and check it out. So, I guess I wasn't going to address this on here, but I figured that Freddie Gibbs, who seems to be cloud chasing a bit, he's looking for a response on this platform. All right, so anyway, if you guys don't know, let me catch you up to speed. Freddie Gibbs, a rapper who is probably in the twilight of his career. He is one of these guys, and, recently a lot of the super lyrical dudes or the super tough dudes, if they're not, huge rappers or whatever, they don't have, that big of a career in their history. Pretty much, man, most of these guys are angling and kind of positioned to become, podcast hosts in reality. I mean, these guys are personalities, okay? And the normal thing of, yo, listen, I don't give a fuck about nobody else, I just mind my business. They got opinions about everything, just like everybody else, just like me, a personality. Anyway, Freddie Gibbs basically was commenting on Gunna being on a show. I'm not even sure if it's Crime Stoppers, but everybody's calling it Crime Stoppers. And I did the story where we talked about kind of what the meaning of what Gunna did is, right? So pretty much everybody was kind of weighing in. I don't think it's necessarily snitching, because if we really look into the context, and there is nuance in a lot of shit, basically, Gunna was just saying, my man got sent to jail for a crime. He ain't even do the crime. This shit ain't even make sense in court. Now, he ain't pointing nobody out. I mean, shit, also, he ain't sent nobody to jail. Now, I get it. Everybody's on high alert because 6ix9ine's down and he's having a great career. And everybody's, having these snitch conversations. And I get it. Listen, 6ix9ine's admitted he snitched. 6ix9ine used to rock with a bunch of dudes. And by the way, this is my understanding of snitching. That's why if you watch me on Everyday Struggle, I had to ask, what is snitching? Because there's a very loose gray area that the streets supposedly operate by, which I keep telling y'all the streets are dumb, right? So I always thought that snitching was if you do crime with a bunch of niggas, you get caught and you sell out the niggas you did the crime with, you snitch. However, if you're an innocent bystander to some shit that happened in your community and you're not a street nigga and you tell the police, you're not snitching. Even if you cooperate, even if you testify, that's not snitching. You ain't got nothing to do with the criminal activity going on. You're a law-abiding citizen. We're not living in some type of crime world where talking to the cops, even though some police brutality shit going on right now, talking to the cops like some fucking crime. Oh, you snitch, right? So, Freddie Gibbs trying to be a super tough gangster, he made some, crazy, in my opinion, crazy motherfucking tweet on Twitter commenting on it. And by the way, he was talking about Gunna, right? So his comment was, yo, listen, if you have been on Crime Stoppers TV, you are a snitch. There's no way around it. That's him saying that, right? Now, I talked about Everyday Struggle, and I just found it mad, ignorant for him to say that. You know what I'm saying? You know why I found it ignorant? And by the way, here's the thing that, I don't think Freddie's that smart. I got to keep it honest with you. He's supposedly mad at me because he said he thought I called him ignorant. I didn't say he's ignorant. The statement he made was ignorant. Two different things, but I won't go into trying to explain it to him here. Okay. Anyway, the reason why I think that statement is ignorant is that, bro, you're acting like everybody who is seeing that statement from you. And by the way, Freddie Gibbs is 37 years old. You're acting like all of those people are some street niggas. There are actually legit reasons why people go on Crime Stoppers. There's a lot of mothers, brothers, sisters, fathers who go on Crime Stoppers to try to get people, other regular citizens, to help out in solving actual crimes. They lost their loved ones. They don't know what happened. They're trying to figure out the truth. Crime Stoppers is not some snitch stuff, right? Now, again, if you're talking about Gunna, and this was my problem with even what Freddie Gibbs said, I was like, yo, bro, you're talking about Gunna and even maybe T.I., who was on Crime Stoppers allegedly, back in the day. I don't know if it was, actually, that was Crime Stoppers that T.I. was on. We don't know if Gunna was on Crime Stoppers, but it was a show, looks like Crime Stoppers. Here's the thing. Bro, you're calling out Gunna and maybe T.I. Why don't you just call them by name? Why are you making this blanket statement which is going to be seen and applied to everybody? You're not talking about everybody. You're talking about people who live that life, and you're talking about, in particular, Gunna and T.I. Again, this whole thing about hip-hop being so macho, being so tough, this, that, and third, Freddie Gibbs went to Instagram after I critiqued the statement and called it ignorant. He said, yo, Akademiks, you're fucking pussy. Yo, Akademiks, you a bitch. People like Freddie Gibbs complicate the issue, right? He makes pretty much a very ignorant tweet. If you're on Crime Stoppers, you a snitch, right? Just a blanket-ass tweet.
Akademiks, you a bitch. Let's get that out the way. First and foremost, nigga. Secondly, yeah, I do feel that way. If a nigga go on a Crime Stopper show or any kind of show, to me, that's some snitch shit. To me, personally. You got your opinion. You could agree or disagree, nigga. I truly don't give a fuck. Thirdly, nigga, I ain't saying no niggas' names or call no niggas out or none of that shit. That's y'all saying these niggas' names. That's y'all calling out the motherfucking Crime Stoppers, nigga. So, if a nigga feel a way about it, it is what it is. But I ain't, I'm just, speaking my motherfucking mind. Fuck boy. This ain't no pick on academic shit, nigga. That nigga ain't gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. But, you know what I'm saying? Like when a nigga, getting on a motherfucking goddamn show talking about, oh, these is ignorant statements. Nah, nigga. That's a motherfucking real statement, man. Y'all motherfuckers is promoting this snitch culture to these kids and shit, nigga. Promote these niggas to stay the fuck out the streets, then they won't have to snitch. I mean, come on, man. We all love this shit. This trapping, balling, rap shit, gangster shit, pimping, robbing, all. We love that shit. It's fun. But when it's time for a nigga to really go to jail behind that shit, you feel me? Academics, don't say my name unless it's about some...
And I had to point out the hypocrisy again with Freddie Gibbs because, again, he's not that smart. I got to be honest with you. Freddie, you are here so willing to call out a blogger, but when you were trying to talk about and sneak this and possibly like take shots at Gunna and T.I., you're speaking in hieroglyphic codes. Then you come back around on your Instagram saying, I didn't say no names. Come on, bro. Are you dumb? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. This I was born at night, just not last night. We know that you're talking about Gunna. He was the hot topic when you made the tweet. What else could you have been talking about? But now you're like, well, I didn't say a name. Y'all was saying a name. Bro, you are talking about them. You just didn't want to say the name. So then it comes back to like your statement on me and academics can never say nothing to me. Use the bitches and third. I'm like, Freddie, looks like the same things you're accusing me of, I could accuse you of. And by the way, I even got more. Number one, you're trying to talk about dudes and diss them, but you're not saying their name, okay? You're saying it in a roundabout way, and when people put a name to the shots that you're sending, you're mad at the people who are putting a name to it, right? Second of all, just as ignorant as how I thought your tweet was, it's like me saying this, and by the way, apparently this is a fact. They say that Freddie Gibbs' father is a police officer. It would be just like me saying, if your daddy a cop, you most likely a snitch. Like, bro, that doesn't even make sense. That's so ignorant. That's an ignorant statement. And if I said that, that would be ignorant. Okay? Again, I'm just showing you why your statement, just in a blanket, no context format, looked really dumb. Okay? Now, let's continue. Freddie Gibbs, you were locked up overseas before for rape. Now, you were falsely accused. You eventually got free. But here's the thing. When you talk about Gunna, let's add some nuance and context to even that, right? Because you were talking about Gunna, even though you don't want to say Gunna's name. It's like the boogeyman to you. Say my name all day, you won't say Gunna's name. I get it. Here's the thing. When you talk about Gunna was on whatever show, and let's just say it's Crime Stoppers. He was saying, my man got sent to jail for some shit he didn't do. The evidence doesn't match him being sent to jail. Bro, you were locked up overseas for rape. And you didn't do it. And a lot of people spoke up on your behalf and said, yo, based on the evidence, it don't look like he should be convicted of rape. Are those people snitching? No, motherfucker, no. You sounded ignorant when you made a ignorant statement. I'm not even saying you're a completely ignorant individual, but you made an ignorant statement. Your ego and this fake gangster shit that you're like, all these rappers are consumed upon. But I always say, like, bro, you're getting into like logic and reasoning, which if you motherfuckers, I see all these niggas going into podcasting and doing all these other things. Great. I like, when people that have experience in rapping and the rap industry, this and third, become personalities. Bro, you can't just explain away your bullshit with the gangster macho type of thing. Bro, what you're saying don't make sense. Okay? Just like we could look back in hindsight and said when Cameron said that if a serial killer lived next to him, he wouldn't call the cops because he don't want to be a snitch. He would just move. That was pretty dumb too. That was ignorant. I'm sorry. So again, you could be the huffing, puffing, I'm the biggest gangster all around. We get it. You're tough. You probably shot 1 million niggas. You shoot 1 million. We get it. Nobody cares because you're saying something that is so blanketly ignorant that I have to call it ignorant. Don't get mad. Nobody called you ignorant. And I also didn't come for your character. Okay? I didn't say that you're a bitch, you're this. But of course, when someone who is lacking in intellectual ability to use reason, and maybe I even just throw in rhyme, okay? Logic is not the thing that you usually try to attack someone with. You attack their personality, or, yo, I'm tougher than you. Again, all I'm trying to say, and I'm welcome to the world of actually being a broadcaster or actually being a personality, you looked ignorant. That was ignorant. I'll keep saying it again. And even now, you're looking dumb. I'm not saying you're dumb, but the statements you put out to back yourself up make you look dumb. And you still look ignorant, okay? Get a comment box, you guys like and subscribe. Had to gather this fool Freddie Gibbs together, man. You know, he got his big ass peanut head, and I know, I'm fat as a motherfucker, so I really can't really say much, but still, he got a big ass peanut head, but not a lot of thinking going on there. Very sad. Very, very fucking sad, okay? Get a comment box. Make sure you guys like and subscribe.